Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So I decided to go shopping once again in my beauty closet, and this time I wanted to pull out some products that were affordable, products that were from the drugstore, because I really wanted to do a full face of affordable and drugstore makeup with you guys. So I ran across a PR package. First of all, I like to keep all of my PR, all of the products that I purchased that I haven't opened up, or just an overflow of products that don't fit in the drawers here in my beauty room. That's what I keep in my beauty closet. But I came across my PR package from Believe Beauty, and I have everything right here. And it looks like they sent over a lot of their products. I want to say I can do a full face with everything that's in here. So yeah, so if you guys are not familiar with Believe Beauty, it is sold at Dollar General. But yes, girl, I am excited, and from my understanding, everything is $5 and below. Like, there's nothing from this brand that's over $5. So we have foundations. It looks like I have an eyeshadow palette, I have some brushes, I have a sponge, I have, girl, it looks like I have a lot of goodies. So we're gonna see how this turns out. Hopefully it's not fail. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can use pretty much everything that's in here. But yes, I am excited. I'm excited, so let's go. All right, so if any of you are wondering what is this shiny goodness on my lips, I have on this Covergirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Oil. This one is the transparent. I did notice in this box that there was not like any lip balms or any lip oils or anything from this brand, so I went ahead and popped on that for the lips. But anyway, the next thing that I do is my skin, and I like to prep it with a moisturizer. So let's see what we have here. This is the Pretty and Prime Hydrating Primer. So it doesn't look like they have a moisturizer in here. And then we have the Makeup Perfecting Setting Spray. So I'll just go ahead and use this as my my moisturizer and my primer, since it is a hydrating primer. We will use this. Ooh, it's blue. It is blue. And it doesn't have a scent either. Yeah, it doesn't have a scent. Okay. So it absorbs really fast, and it feels really light on the skin. Like, it doesn't feel like I have on anything, but my skin looks pretty glowy. This is nice. This is nice. Okay. Next, I like to do my brows. I always like to do my brows before my foundation, and I noticed they did not send over any brow pencils, but they did send this over. This is the Believe Universal Brow Kit, but it looks way too light for me. Like, even the darkest shade in here looks too light, and it also looks gray. So I'm not gonna use this for my brows. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Covergirl brow pencil. I have it right here. This one is in the shade Soft Brown. So I'll just use this for my brows, and then we will get back into the products that are in this box. All right, brows are on. I'm not finished with my brows though. I still go in right in here after I get done with my complexion products, but I do have some sponges and some brushes, you guys. I think I'm gonna use a sponge with the concealer and the foundation brush with the foundation. So it looks like we have a angled blush brush. Let me show it to y'all. So this is the angled blush brush. We have a powder brush right there. We have a eyeshadow smudge brush. I like to use these for my bottom lash line. This is what I usually use anyway. Then we have the angled eyeliner brush. And the last one we have is the foundation brush. Now the foundations, they sent over 4 different shades. So one of these hopefully work. These two at the end are obviously too light, but right here is what we're working with. And I want to say it's gonna be this one right here. This is in the shade Hazelnut, and the other one is in the shade Sable. This one's obviously too dark, but let's work with Hazelnut right here. And open. Ooh, a pump. We have a pump. By the way, this feels like high quality. I mean, it's a glass container, but it feels and looks like a high-end foundation. So I'm gonna pump, well, let me pump it on my hand first. Okay, it's pretty runny, like that. Let's try this foundation out and see what we're working with. It does have a weird smell, but let's see how this coverage is looking. All right, so the color is good. It's not too bad, but the coverage is not full coverage, so I still can see my skin peeking through, but the color itself is not bad at all. It's actually a good color. All right, I use pretty much that whole pump. Okay, let me get a little bit more of that foundation. Yeah, the finish does not look too bad. And I actually like the brush. Like, it doesn't feel too stiff. It doesn't make the foundation look streaky. Now, this is coming off a little warm on my face, but y'all know once I apply concealer and all of that, everything evens out. But I like the finish of this foundation. Now let's see what this concealer is talking about. So I have only 2 shades and they look pretty light. Like, this one is like extra white. I'm not gonna use this. It's the color light beige and then beige, which is not for me, but I will at least put a couple of dots under my eyes. I just want to see how the let me see. Yeah, it's pretty light, but it looks darker when I pull the applicator out than it does actual packaging. But let's just apply a little bit under my eyes right in this area where I usually apply my concealer. I'm not gonna apply too much because it is pretty light. And then down here, forehead, and then down my nose. Okay. This has a weird smell too. I don't like that, but I'm gonna use the sponge. Dang, I need to wet it. Let me go wet it. All right, y'all, so this sponge blew up. Like, it is huge. It's huge. So let's at least try to blend out the concealer with it. It actually looks good with this foundation, like the color. So it doesn't look too light, but okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. And I'm just gonna let this sit for a few minutes and let it kind of dry down, because it's not really giving me much of a coverage, because it is kind of shearing out once I blend it out. All right, now let's blend it out. And take some on my lid too. All right, so y'all see that that second layer added a little bit more brightness under my eyes. Right there. Now let's set this before it starts to crease. I have the Believe matte setting powder. I have this one, and it looks like I have another one. So this one's translucent, this one is light medium, and I am gonna be using translucent. I'm actually gonna use a different sponge, which is this one that I usually use to blend out my concealer. This is the DSMD sponge. So I'm gonna put this, so I'm just gonna tap this under. And then take it on my lid. this, like, it looks like too much once I applied it, but it blended out to look like that. And I am here for it. It's almost like I have a filter on my face. I like this. I like this powder. I wish they had another shade that I can use as my all over pressed powder, because I don't have anything to set the perimeter of my face from this brand. So I'm gonna quickly grab, we'll just set my face using one of my drugstore powders, and I'll be right back. Okay, I grabbed the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder, and I think this is like, this is no more than $10. I want to say it's $5 or so. It's very affordable, but I'm just going to put this all over my face just to lightly set everywhere that I didn't apply that concealer or that loose setting powder, just so that the foundation can be set. And then whatever is left on the brush, I just take it and buff it all over just to even everything out. Now I can go back into my brows and take in a little spoolie on a brow pencil and just kind of blend out the inner part so they can fade into my skin right there. All right, y'all, so next is the bronzer. So the only thing that's in here is this Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette. And this is way too light for me to use as a contour shade. But I do like the middle shade as a blush, and also this last shade as my highlighter. Let me show y'all up close so y'all can see it a little better. So yeah, the shade right here at the end is way too light for me as a bronzer or even a contour shade. So I'm gonna cheat here too and take my Morphe bronzer. This one is in the shade Leader, and I'm gonna use this as my bronzer today. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the translucent powder and just let it sit on the side of my nose, because we're about to do our eyes. And I just like to let it sit here. We have several options for eyeshadow. I have this palette. This is the Love Struck palette. I have the Blushed Purples palette. And I have some of these single shadows. I have 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's 6 of these in total. These remind me of the Milani single shadows. You guys remember the little Milani ones that came in the little gold and clear round packaging like this? So I have the shade Innocence, and this is a really, really, really dark purple color. That is pretty. Then I have the shade Vintage, and this is a bronze gold. Actually, let me swatch them. Let me swatch all of these for you. Ooh, and it feels almost like the ColourPop Super Shock formula. It's like that cushiony feel, but this is that first one that I showed you. That is pretty. Wow. And then the Vintage one, let me swatch this. Ooh, I love how these feel. There's Vintage. Next we have the shade Girl Talk. And this looks like a rosy pink color. Yeah, so all of these are metallics. Then it looks like we have another purple shade. This is in the shade Grapevine. Look at that purple, y'all. Ooh, this one is really, really soft. It's like, and it feels wet. Then this next one is called Heads or Tails. This is a more bronzy orange color. Ooh. Yes, girl. And this last one is called Gold Flake, and this is a lighter champagne color. Some of these are harder than the others. Like this one doesn't feel as soft as the other ones. Let me give you guys a close-up of all of those swatched. All right, so with the two eyeshadow palettes, I think I want to go with this one. I think. I don't know. We'll come up with something. We'll see what we come up with. We'll see. But this is how it looks on the inside. Let me get a brush. I want to start out with this color right here. There's no names of the shades, but we'll start out. Oh, there's a lot of fallout with this. But we'll start out in the crease shade. It looks good. It's pigmented too, so let me try to blend that out up there. That's a pretty color. I almost wanna just use this color in the palette, this orange color, and then go in with heads or tails, which is that shimmery gold, and put this on the lid. Wow. Whoa. Wait a minute. Ooh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Girl, this is hot. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about, like with this shadow. Look how like soft it is. It's so soft to the touch. I'm still gonna grab a brush to kind of blend out the edges, but do y'all see how bright and vibrant this gold is? It's like a copper or, oh, that is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna grab my little Anastasia double-sided brush, and I'm just gonna take it and kind of tap out the edges of the gold so it won't, like, there's no harsh lines or anything. Just kind of tap it around the edges and kind of bring it into that eyeshadow that I applied, like the crease color. Okay, that is all that I want to do for the top of the eyes. That's all I want to do, because I feel like if I keep going with something else, I'm going to mess it up. But I like how this looks. So the only thing next I need to do with the eyes is my eyeliner, and they do have one. Okay, so they have eyeliner and mascara. So I'm gonna take, no, that's a liquid eyeliner. This is their long-lasting eyeliner in the shade Caviar, and I am gonna put this on my waterline. Oh yeah, that was easy to apply. Like, it's very, very creamy. Okay, so that's a good one. I also like to take my like a little pencil shader brush. I'm actually gonna use the one that came in here, this one right here, the eyeshadow little tiny, actually no, I'm not gonna mess that one up. Let me just use the one that I already have messed up. This is my little pencil shader brush from my brush set. But I usually like to take a dark shadow and just kind of smudge out the bottom lash line with that. So let's see, let's take Innocence. This is that really, really, really dark purple. And I'm just gonna take this and smudge that black eyeliner with it, kind of smoke it out. And the mascaras that we have the High Definition Skinny Mascara, and then we have the Volume Eyes Mascara. So I think I want to use this one today. So I'm gonna apply my lashes really quick, the Ardell lashes, and after that I'll go ahead and apply some of this mascara. So yes, let me go apply my lashes. All right, so we got our lashes on, and again I am using the High Definition Skinny Mascara. I picked this one over the other one because I think this will be best for my bottom lashes, since I always, ooh, this is skinny, since I always use more mascara on my bottom lashes than I do my top when I'm wearing false lashes. But oh yeah, this is really, really skinny, like really, really, really skinny. So let's put this on my bottom lashes. I am liking it. So far, I'm liking a lot of the products that I've used. The primer, the foundation. Dang, I need to do a wear test. I need to do a wear test, so that is what I'm probably gonna do since I am filming pretty early today. I don't even know what time I started filming. It is 12:32 right now. We'll say I started at 12:30 today, and I will check back later on with you guys. So I usually put the mascara on my real lashes under the false lashes. I don't ever coat my lashes before I apply my false lashes. I just like to do it after for some reason. Now, I did say earlier that I liked the highlight, the blush and the highlighter in this little highlighter contour palette. This one is called, well, it's medium deep. So we do have other blushes that's included. So we have this blush in the shade Creamy Peach. And then we also have this blush in the shade Wink. And I'm thinking, since I have this like sunset bronzy color going on with the face, between these two right here. I'm not gonna use the pink. I feel like this is too pink for my liking. So I'm not gonna use that. So it's in between these two. These actually look the same. Like the color look the same. I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna use this. But since it has a highlighter in here, I thought I had a highlighter in here too, like a separate highlighter. Oh, I do. It's called Pink Pearls. This looks really, really glittery. There it is up close. See how glittery that looks? Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. But we're just gonna use this right here. And I'm gonna take the angled blush brush for the blush. I forgot to show y'all this. We have other blushes. These are cream blushes. I like this orange color. This also goes with the look that I have. Let's try it. Let's try it out. And then go on top with the other color. Let's try her out. I'm not gonna put too much on the brush. I'm gonna put it on my face like this. Put a little bit more. It doesn't look bad at all. At all. I still want to try the highlight and contour palette, the shade right here in the middle. I still want to try it out. Just a tiny bit of it though. Not like, I don't want to go overboard with it, because I just want to see how it looks on top. I like it. All right, so we're done with the blush. One thing that I forgot to use is the Lock It In Eyeshadow Primer, and I am noticing the, what is this? The Glimmer eyeshadow that I used earlier, it is kind of creasing right in here. Do y'all see that? So it is creasing. And I'm wondering what would have happened if I used the eyeshadow primer under it. Like, would it start creasing? Because it is like a wet, like a gel type of eyeshadow. So I get it, but I should have used this first. I definitely should have used this first, but I am noticing that. I just want to point that out because as I'm looking down in the mirror, I can see right in here is starting to crease up. Because it is, I mean, it is a pretty wet eyeshadow, so just wanted to point that out. But let's apply a little bit of the highlighter that's in the same palette right here. All right, so this is a really subtle highlighter. It's not too much. I mean, you can build it up if you want, but it is gonna give you a subtle glow, which I like. Yeah, this is gonna bug me. This creasing of this eyeshadow. I'm just taking that Anastasia brush that I used earlier, just kind of tapping where it's starting to crease up. But this is gonna bug me. Dang, I should have at least tried that eyeshadow primer, or I should have went on the lid with like a matte eyeshadow and then go on top of that with this gel shadow. Because I didn't put anything on the lid. I just put the shadow in the crease and then blended it up a little bit. I didn't put anything on the top of the lid though. Only thing that I had on was, of course, the concealer that I kind of blended out earlier, and then also a little bit of that setting powder. But that's the only thing that I had on the lid. But it's okay, it's fine. We're just sitting here playing with makeup. It's not that serious. Oh, let me take off this powder on the sides of my nose, just dust it away. I will say though, the overall complexion, it looks pretty good. Now we do have several lip products. We have some lipsticks, we have some lip glosses, some liquid lipsticks, and I'm actually gonna use a lipstick and also a gloss. I don't know what color I wanna use though. Looks like we have a red, looks like there's a pink. So I think these two may be the ones that go with the look. This one is a lip gloss, and then we have what looks like a nude lipstick. Yeah, this is a nude color. So the other shades were like purple, hot pink. Let's try these out. Ooh, this is creamy. Now they didn't include any lip liner, so I'm just gonna kind of blend this lipstick out with my finger so it won't look too crazy. But honestly, this color is really natural. Like it's almost like a My Lips But Better color. But I do have darker, like a darker shade on the edges of my lips, but I'm just gonna press it in like this. I almost don't even want to put the gloss on top of the lips because I like how the eyes look glossy and shiny, and then the lips are just like, they're just there. They're not too shiny, they're not too matte. It's just a nice natural lip. But let's at least swatch the gloss and see how it looks swatched. Okay, it's pretty frosty. So yeah. Let me tap it in the center of my lips right here. Just to give me a little bit of shine just in the center of my lips. That's cute. All right, last step is the setting spray, and we will be done with the look. So let's spray this all over. Let me see how it sprays first. Okay, the mist is nice. Ooh. I get carried away with setting sprays, but this is probably one of the best drugstore sprayers. Like the sprayer, all of my other drugstore setting sprays, I'm not a fan of the sprayer because sometimes they come out really strong or too, like the mist is too thick. You can actually see the droplets on your face, but this right here is a nice sprayer. Like I don't even have to take my sponge and press it in, because some sprays I definitely have to do it because you can see the drops, like the wet drops all over the face. But this is a very soft, even, fine mist, and y'all can see it here how you don't see any wet drops on my face. I would not be lying if I told you guys that I am speechless with how it, like, everything came out. But yes, girl, we are done. So I'm gonna see how it looks throughout the day, and I'm gonna check back with you guys. I think we started at what, 12:30? We're gonna say 12 o'clock. Let's say 12 o'clock is when we started, because I looked down at the at my computer and it said like 12:32-ish. So with that being said, I will check back with you guys later on so we can see how the face looks and all of that good stuff. So we'll see you later.
Hey girl, so I'm back. It is 6:03 p.m. if y'all can get a quick glance at that time, 6:03. I'm doing that because y'all can't really see it with my dog right there. But this is how the face looks. Y'all know I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything because, I mean, we are social distancing, but I feel like it held up pretty good. I'm gonna give y'all a more closer look so y'all can see all up in there. So I think it looks good. I think it looks pretty freaking good. So the foundation held up, concealer held up. Do y'all see some creasing up there? Nope, no creasing. The eyeshadow is creasing, of course, y'all. Let me see. Let me sit down and look in my mirror. Yeah, I can see it creasing a little, but I mean, it's not too bad. But other than that, I like all of the products that I use, girl. Like all of the products I was very impressed with. Very impressed with the brushes. Very impressed with the foundation. Hello. Yes. Very impressed with pretty much all of the complexion products. So this brand definitely gets a 2 thumbs up from me. Don't really have any complaints except for the creasing of the gel eyeshadow. I wish I got a different shade in the concealer, but I mean, it's still, honestly and truly, it doesn't look bad at all. At all. It doesn't look bad. Oh, I wish I had a brow pencil, because that brow product, where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah, this right here was too light. This is in the shade, it doesn't even say the shade. Yeah, but this was too light. I felt like it was too light, and it looks like it'll be too gray. Love the spray, y'all. Love the spray, but everything else I really liked, and the setting powder, everything. I like everything. But yes, girl, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed my first impression slash full face of Believe Beauty. Again, let me know if any of you guys have tried out this brand. What do you like? What do you dislike? You guys know I love to know your thoughts on anything that I share on my channel. So let's talk it up down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.